Good morning. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and that now your week is off to a great start on this Monday morning here in the Tennessee Valley. We're going to begin the show with you with an optimistic note because spring is here, bathing suit season is around the corner. No doubt an awful lot of you are thinking that you want to shed some extra pounds and you either don't have the confidence to do it, you don't know where to turn to do it, you're not sure that you have the endurance to do it. So all three things we're going to meet for you this morning because Dr. Tim DeRoos from Infinite Health Centers is back on the show with us this morning, and he has brought with him a very happy client and friend, I would say, Stephanie Renner, who we had the chance to talk to in Tim's office about what, almost a year ago?
It was actually September.
Only that long? Okay. Yeah. That's still a pretty long time. And you
about
look great.
6 months ago, I guess.
And you look great.
Thank you.
Do you still feel like a new you?
Absolutely. Yes, I absolutely feel great. Got through the holidays.
Yeah.
Without crashing.
We're going to jump all around, and I want to hear Stephanie's story. But that's a big statement that she just made, that she got through the holidays. Clearly, Tim, when people come to you and they lose the weight very quickly, as a general rule, the fact that this is something you can maintain is really key to point out.
That's the backbone, is for it to be sustainable, absolutely. Otherwise, you're just spinning your wheels, aren't you? And we send out a holiday success guide for all of our clients, too, to help them through with ideas, strategies, recipes.
Okay.
It's important.
So remind me again, because he has a lot of clients who he does love to highlight, because every success story is unique. What did bring you to him finally?
Well, I just got to a point where I was uncomfortable with my body, not only the way I looked, but the way I felt. It was hard for me to do things. I'm a horse girl, so I ride horses, and getting on and off my horse was beginning to get pretty difficult. And I just generally didn't really feel good. And I was like, I have to do something. I have to do something where I need help. This is beyond what I can do on my own.
Was the not feeling good, was it just like you were sluggish, just didn't have a lot of energy? Was it that?
Yeah, didn't have a lot of energy. Even when I did try to do something, we tried to go hiking one day. I was so out of breath. I could, and my knee was hurting before we even got back. I just didn't. It was sluggish, but also just generally my body just didn't, like, I had pains I shouldn't have had.
But it's an interesting thing because a lot of people live with some extra weight for a prolonged period of time. And so you get used to that. That is your normal. So you don't even always, I'm guessing for you, you didn't even realize how bad you felt until you lost the weight.
I know that is the case for a lot of people. They don't know how bad they feel until they start to feel good. But I did know it.
You did know it. Yeah. So was it hard for you? Because you lost almost 50 pounds.
Yeah. It actually wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. When I first went in, I thought, man, what if I can't do this? I actually pondered on it a few days before I agreed to do it because I was like, I don't want to sign up for it and then fail, and what if it's just too hard? But as soon as I started, I was like, I can do this.
Was there a part of it that was hard?
Not for me, really.
Not for you.
I'm going to be honest. I know a lot of people probably think it. I don't want to sound like I'm not being honest. And make people think that I'm just promoting, but it really wasn't that hard for me. The hardest thing for me was I actually had to start cooking a lot more. Before this, I was boxed foods and eating out, things like that. And
right.
So it's not that I don't know how to cook or haven't cooked, but
that's a time commitment, though.
Right, time and putting together menus and figuring that stuff out, which has all been fine now. But that was probably one of my my biggest challenges.
So you lost the 50 pounds over how long a period of time?
6 months.
6 months. Yep. So that's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight. And I'm guessing, Tim, a lot of it comes off in the early portion of those 6 months, and then you kind of plateau for a bit, and then it comes off
continuously.
It's
funny you say that. It depends on the person.
Okay.
Because early on, yes, you'll shed some water weight from trying to dilute your toxic load. But then fat burning comes pretty quick. In the first month, you go through all three phases. So you're in fat burning phase by the end of the first month. But you can burn a significant amount of fat in the first month. I had two clients, my last of the day yesterday, and One of them burned she burned 10.4 pounds of fat, because we check, we run the body compositions. We know it's not just a number on the scale. We know how much your muscle has changed, your bone, your water mass, and your fat mass has changed. And that's what's neat about following this program, is there's no guesswork there. If you just measure your weight loss on a scale, you're not getting the full picture. And a lot of places do that. And that's what sets us apart from the guesswork in other places.
You mentioned bone. Does that involve bone density?
Well, bone matrix is largely made of protein. So if people starve themselves on a diet and they don't get the adequate protein they need, their body's going after their matrix for the protein as well as the muscle mass.
Okay. So, the proper caloric intake is important. I know you probably couldn't eat any sugars. That was a big part of it, I'm guessing.
Just natural.
Natural sugars. You could eat. But were you surprised at how much you could actually eat in the course of a day?
Yeah, and even people like that weren't on the plane, like my boyfriend, I don't think I could eat all that food.
Yeah.
When he'd see it on my plate. The portions are very generous.
Because that's part of our obstacle that we put in front of ourselves, right, Tim? If you don't eat enough, your body's holding on to everything.
Exactly right. And how have we been indoctrinated through the years, right?
Don't eat.
Right. Eat less, move more. That doesn't work. It's proven it doesn't work. And every single day I have people tell me, they'll say, do I have to eat all that you're telling me to eat? I can't eat all this, right?
Right.
Is that not true?
Right.
And as you go through a course of weaning yourself off of refined sugar, it gets easier. I hear that all the time too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a process of the mind. It's a mindset shift that you have to be ready for and just initiate.
That might be why you do find, and like in your case, it wasn't difficult for you, because people have gone up that hill and they're ready for it now. They're desperate for something that actually works. That's something I've commented on before, and I'll say it with you too. There's a glow. All the clients you bring to us, they have this glow. Your faces just look fantastic. But I guess it's because you're filling your body with such healthy food too. It's not just the weight loss.
It's not just the weight loss. No, you feel good. You feel healthy. You feel, I actually had his assistant, or whatever her title is, but when I went in for one of my appointments, I was maybe 4 months in, she was like, your face is glowing.
It does.
And I was like, I didn't do anything special for my face today,
Right, right. What about, I don't know if you were taking medications, but what about health benefits that people find? If you can speak to that, speak to it.
I personally didn't have any, I wasn't on any medications. So
But we've heard that from people, Tim.
Yeah, it's probably 2/3 of the clients we see they're able to go back to their prescriber and come off of, or be reduced on at least, hypertensive medications, sugar handling medications like insulin and long release or extended release acting insulin, metformin, those kind of things are the most common. Statin drugs, those are very common.
What are statin drugs used for? Like
Reducing plasma cholesterol, blood cholesterol.
Okay, okay. So if people want to make an appointment to see you, you went, and I guess you had that initial conversation with him. Were you surprised, or was anything surprising for you about it when you went?
I can't say that for the first visit. I was very comfortable with him, and I have to say that about the whole staff the whole time. They've been the most supportive staff of. They've always made me feel like a rock star, and
Yeah.
I felt really good the first day I went in there, which is. I kind of probably even went in there with a little bit of skepticism, thinking, what am I going to get a drug, or am I going to, whatever. But no, I came out there, I was like, man, this is really what I need, but can I do it? It was all,
Because really, okay, that's an interesting point. If you're going to give me a drug, the success you found was your success.
Yeah.
Like you recreated your body.
Yes.
And that's your whole premise, is that the body is supposed to be as healthy as you will allow it to be.
That's right. And you get out of it what you put into it. I'm not the hero. My clients are the heroes. I just support them in this journey by seeing me and interacting. I enjoy that. I don't want to pawn it off on somebody else I could train. I could train somebody, but I want to do it myself because I like the interaction. I like that ministry side of it. I really do. It fills my soul too.
One of the most interesting times we've had to be up there was we did a whole hour actually, and Tim had like 6 different clients who had 6 individual stories, age ranges, couples, the whole shebang. And each one of the 6 had a different reason that they were there, that brought them there. But it was interesting to watch as over the course of the morning they would come in and leave and come in and leave. None of them wanted to leave you. They all consider him a friend.
Whenever I got to the end of my program and it was my last visit, I was in tears because I was like, I don't want it to be over.
Yeah.
But you can always
Well,
go back and see them.
clearly it ain't over because
Yeah,
y'all are
right.
still connected, and it's a wonderful success story to get to share. So thanks for heading our way this morning. If you want to get in touch with Dr. DeRoos at Infinite Health Centers, his website's so easy because it's just drderoos.com.
That's right.
But you can call them 380-1082 and go ahead and make your free
consultation.
It'll take you about an hour or so
An hour.
for him to really have a chance to get to know you and help you to find your success, and you'll glow too. Thank you.
Thanks, Julie.
Thank you.
So every Monday we have fun around here, Stephanie, because we have a dad joke of the week. So it's time for the dad joke of the week. The smiles make you glow too, right? So here's